The 2020 election will be here before we know it. Take a listen to who thinks he'd be a great president.
If I ran, I would win.
You would?
I would absolutely win.
Then why don't you run?
1,000%.
Then where are you? Where do you want to have everything?
If I ran for president, I would win. Hands down, I would win.
Because you would
be
not
the funniest, most exciting,
When are you
most
gonna,
crazy campaign.
So you would never
There's
say.
so many things this country needs to do that are so obvious.
And that's just one of the most outrageous things I heard this week. Here to break it all down with me, Turning Point USA founder, executive director, Charlie Kirk. All right, Charlie, what's your take on that sound from Alec Baldwin?
Well, look, you got to remember, you know, he's been a quote-unquote comedian for a couple years now during the Trump resistance. I don't find him too funny anymore. It's like comedy's completely lost all their substance. But look, you have to remember, he couldn't even keep a job at MSNBC because he got fired for an anti-LGBT slur.
That's right.
You can't even keep a job as a late-night host there. You're somehow supposed to win the Democrat primary and then the presidential cycle. He has a horrible temper. He can't keep anything for more than a couple months. And this kind of illustrates a broader point, is that comedy is dead. The left has killed comedy in America.
Interesting.
It's almost as if what they say when they're serious has become comedy, and what they say when they're trying to make a joke isn't very funny at all. Because I found him trying to say that he's going to win to be quite comedic, but I don't think he meant it as a joke.
Okay, all right, let's get to Chelsea Handler's tweet. She's always good for outrageous. Hey, syphilis brain. It's nice you have such sympathy for high-level criminals, yet not for kids being ripped from their parents by the thousands now. This is your policy, the Trump policy, not the Democrats. Everything you say is a lie. Your skin color is even a lie. Your hair. That's Chelsea. What do you say to her?
That was so funny, I forgot to laugh. So look, here's what's so interesting about Chelsea Handler. She's another one of these quote-unquote comedians that has descended into this political hatred of this president. But let's talk about the immigration issue right here. They're selectively talking about these deportation centers where allegedly these kids are being held immorally. Now look, you have to remember, a lot of the images that were spread on the internet of these were during the Obama administration. Where was Chelsea Handler calling out President Obama back in 2014? Was she down there picketing and protesting? Hey, Nancy Pelosi, were you there visiting with the rest of your Democrat colleagues when all these images were actually taken? Of course not. They're using selective outrage on a very particular issue that they want to try to drum up outrage and hatred in support of this president. You know why? Because he's succeeding across the board. He's the most successful president of our lifetime. He's bringing peace to the world. The economy is roaring. So they have to pick some micro issue that, by the way, President Obama ignored himself. Yes,
indeed. All right. And finally, Senator Schumer, he took to the Senate floor and he said, there's sound here. All right.
By granting a meeting with Chairman Kim, President Trump has granted a brutal and repressive dictatorship the international legitimacy it has long craved. For the United States, it's permanent proof that we have legitimized a brutal dictator who has starved his own people.
Charlie, we have a very short time. What's your take on good old Senator Trump?
I'd like him to say those same words when Obama met with the Castro brothers in Cuba. Really quick on this, President Trump is bringing peace to the world, and some of the Democrats have found something wrong with it. They would rather see conflict and war than Trump get credit for peace.
Well, there's no question about it. Charlie Kirk, thanks so much for being with us tonight.
Thanks, Judge.
All right.
You're the best. Thank you.
And last week it was a taxi cab. So how did I get around for this week's Street Justice? You're going to enjoy this one.